morning, it's Saturday. I have the house to myself, which is wonderful. I have been doing a lot of demonstration sessions this week, so the free ones, and one was with Jed, I can't remember his last name, and the other one was with Opus Art Supplies, and they were really useful ones. I did a portrait one, landscape, mostly acrylics and oils. I haven't painted in acrylics or oils, particularly in the sketchbook. I have been using gouache paints, pretty cheap ones, nothing exciting. Yesterday I was in Catalano, had to go in a meeting, and I managed to get down towards the beach for, it was very brief, maybe all of 5 minutes. Walked down the hill, I had to walk all the way back up it in very quick time. Did grab a coffee, that was wonderful. And the sun's been out and it's absolutely stunning. The stars were out yesterday, and it's just been like one of those really busy but amazing weeks, which is great to have in January. So yeah, it's Jed Darcy, or Dorsey, Jed Dorsey. There we go, Jed Dorsey, who was doing some live demonstrations, and I believe the lady was also in it named Diane. Didn't catch her last name. So yeah, I've learned quite a lot. It's been great, and it's just kind of helped me to get through these January blues, which I talked about in a few episodes. I think it was probably on one of my first episodes, my first ever vlog. I have posted up a vlog about about my studio tour. So I showed you a mini studio tour, and I'm going to do that more extensively. I have just moved my studio back from the kitchen into the living room, just because I have better lighting in there. I get much better lighting in that room actually. But yeah, I've got a few snapshots of when I was at Kit's Beach, and I will also give you a little quick flick through some of the demonstrations I've been doing this week. So this is my new sketchbook that I just entered into. It's a linen one, 100% linen. It's 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So that was my very first painting. I never know what to kind of paint in my first one, so I just kind of do something. This is one that I saw a picture from somewhere, some snowy wintry scenes, a bit blurry, excuse me. And I just kind of recreated it in a sunset way. We've been having these bright orange sunsets that have been brilliant, so I kind of included some of the imagery that I've been seeing recently with the sunsets. That was something I did on my own. This is kind of a riverbed. I just wanted to use a limited palette and these other trees and really loose brush strokes. And this one is of a picture that I took some years ago when I used to live on the Sunshine Coast, and this is of Bonnybrook Beach, and it's showing you an evening setting, and you can see the island across the way from the ocean, and it was just a beautiful stunning night with red, purpley, blue skies. So this is one of the first attempts of my Jed Dorsey live demos. They didn't go as well as I thought. I tried to keep up with the instructor, but they were going at really fast pace, so I shall recreate that. But I kind of like how the rocks turned out. Very abstract, but you kind of get an idea. And it's all about how to perceive and paint distances and the vibrancy of the different colours. I was doing some swatching here. I think it was Sandy Hester. She was showing me how to do neutral dark, so I kind of watched what she did, and then I recreated my own. It was very useful. She's going to be doing one on neutral lights, I think next week. This is another one of the live demo, and this is of water. That was the theme, and my first attempt was quite funny, I thought, at least. I did it on a much bigger painting. I didn't use acrylic paint, so that was probably my first problem. with it because gouache does not do well on a large scale. So that one of a large scale, I actually really thought it was hilariously funny when I was doing it because it was a disaster. But the more time I look at it, I actually really quite like it. It's very loose, bright coloured brush strokes. It dried a lot better than when it was actually wet. Then the last demo with Jed Dorsey. So the last demo was about atmospheric imagery. So in it, mountains in the background with mist and how to recreate the trees and give some depth. And last but not least, this was a live demo on Saturday, and it was about portraiture. They were using oils, but I just wanted to really get into with Opus Art Supplies, and I just wanted to go on there to learn about proportions of faces. I didn't quite get it right. The face is actually meant to be younger than this, but I was quite pleased with how this turned out. I used my own colour palette because again I was using gouache instead of oils, but I just wanted to practice it and have a bit of fun and just kind of get back into practicing new techniques and styles. Good morning. We are forecast snow this weekend, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Unfortunately, I don't have my big Jeep to get me around when we have massive amount of snow, but anyway, we'll just have to walk. Everything's pretty local anyway. And I just wanted to talk about the month of January because I did my first vlog about the January blues, and I gotta say we've had quite the epic January. Particularly for me, it's been so productive. The weather's helped because it's been so sunny and dry, and it's just been lovely to wake up to the frost in the morning. I got quite a lot of things done this month, which includes getting my passport ready for my any trips that might be coming up, and I'm also in the process of getting my Canadian citizenship, so that is also in the process phase, and that's moving along pretty quickly, so I'm really happy about that. So maybe also a Canadian citizen soon. Super excited. I've been living here in Canada, British Columbia for just over 20 years now, so it's time. And I put this information on my Instagram page actually, I think it was back in September when I applied. So yeah, it's moving along pretty quickly because sometimes it can take a couple of years for it to get processed. So that's fantastic. I'm getting some business paperwork done on the accounting side, which is my least favourite job to do. As a creative person, I don't like working and doing the finances for the business, or even I don't mind the personal stuff, but it comes to the business stuff I just don't like doing it, which is ironic really because I studied business, and I've always had jobs where I've had to work with the money and financial side of things, so the irony is kind of there, but that's business for you. You've got to do the things that make you feel uncomfortable, and actually it's been quite useful for me as well. Yeah, just getting these vlogs done. So right now I'm posting on Wednesdays, and I've been posting every week, so this is probably going to be my 4th or 5th vlog. Anyway, the number will be up in the title of which number vlog it will be. Creating every day. I've done quite a few live demo sessions, which has been so useful because I have a difficulty with getting depth in my paintings, and I wanted to create some kind of perspective and variety and depth into my work. So that's what I've been working on, and that's some of the things that I'm going to be doing throughout the year, is just start working more on the perception. Now, working with that, it's kind of not, I like bright colourful paintings, and I had a bit of an epiphany the other day. I was just photographing one of the paintings that I've completed, and it's got a big gate in the front of it. I'll post that up. And it's got an orange background because we've been having these bright orange sunsets, and it's been absolutely stunning. So I thought I'd capture that and use my imagination of what that would look like. So I kind of combined one of the photos of a property that I used to own, and then put the sunset in there of another place that I used to live. I've moved around quite a bit, And I realised really hate orange. I do not like the colour orange. There's probably a reason for that. I find it a very dominant colour, and I did amazing abstract painting a couple of years ago that I've painted over, and it looked amazing, but it wasn't the style of painting that I normally do. And I did have somebody come into the house who was doing some work, and he absolutely loved it, but I painted over it because I just found it very dominant. So that dominant orange is kind of sitting in my house at the moment, and I'm wondering if I should paint over it. I just don't. I don't know. I don't like the colour. Anyway, that being aside, I'm going to be doing a vlog about starting a YouTube channel. I think I have. Oh, the ice is dripping up off the roof, and birds just flew on the roof, and it's making a great cracking noise. So if you can hear dripping, it's the ice melting off the roof. So yeah, that was off on a tangent, but I'm kind of expressing what I've been doing recently. I've done a lot of sketchbook works on my 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch, which is about just under 14 centimeters sketchbook, which I've been really enjoying. I've been using my gouache paints, which I'm almost ran out of because they're in tiny tubes, so that's been a lot of fun. I usually use acrylics in my sketchbook, but the acrylics they stick, the pages stick, and I have to keep putting kind of tissue paper, not tissue, I don't know why I call it tissue paper, it's parchment paper in between to stop the pages sticking. I need to get some sort of wax sealant to stop the pages from sticking, so I use gouache, which is kind of between a watercolour and an acrylic. I find the paint is more dynamic and vibrant like an acrylic paint, but it kind of goes on like a watercolour paint, and they're great for sketchbook work. I would never produce final work with gouache, but it's great for sketchbooks, and it doesn't spread very well on large canvases. Not really meant for canvases anyway, I don't think. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. Yes, I'm going to do a vlog about starting a YouTube channel and why and when to start it, and just get on with it really. And that's going to be coming next week or 2 weeks, I don't know yet, depends on workload, because we're coming into February, and February starts to get busy with my business, and so I'm making the most of January while I've got the time. Yeah, because the accountants are going to get on my back soon with with all the bookkeeping and everything that I need to do. So that's kind of sums up where I'm at. So I thought I would tell you about some of the research I've been doing on other artists. One of those people is David Hockney. I haven't seen his work ever in a gallery or a museum. I absolutely would love to see his work, particularly his grand pieces of Yorkshire. His lovely, colourful, vibrant colours he uses, and so I've ordered some books of his. And one of the inspirations came from his dog series. He used to own some Dachshunds, and it kind of inspired me because we lost our dog a few years ago. 2023. It wasn't that long ago actually, and it inspired me to do some sketches recently, and I thought I could do a painting series of them. I tried to do some, but it was too emotional for me. I couldn't do them at that point. But I thought I would recreate some of the pictures that I have got of both the dogs and of the individual dogs, because we had them about 18 months apart from each other. We've still got the one who's right at my feet trying to play ball with me right now, and yeah, I just wanted to kind of study other artists a little bit, the ones that are that inspire me, and I think I will do a series on some of the art books that I actually own. I'm still growing the collection, but I have quite a few now, and some of them you may have heard of, some of them you may not have heard of ever. So hopefully that will kind of give you some inspiration and also give you some help and direction towards what other artists to look for if that's something that you're interested in. Okay, so I have a meeting to go to, so I have to get ready, hence the makeup, and I have to get ready to go. So, and I've just realised my camera lens is smudged, so I'm going to have to clean that too. Cheerio, all chaps. So this is the painting I was referring to. I'm having to use a light at the moment. It's early in the morning and the sun hasn't come up yet, so you won't be able to see the purples in it very well perhaps. So here's the orange, the very fiery, vibrant orange I was referring to. And I do find it such an aggressive colour, and I don't know why I don't particularly love it in my painting. Even though I'd like the painting itself, it's just a very strong colour. And if you compare it to, twisting around here, this sort of orange, it's much more softer, it's got more yellow in it, and I actually quite like that orange colour compared to that one. But that's just my personal point of view. But I do particularly love this painting. It just reminds me, I've got a lot of nostalgia attached to this one. Having said that, I've also got quite a bit of orange in this one, and I really like this painting. This is of a beach that I used to walk along every day with my dog, and it's just got a lot of happy memories. And there was always this boat you can see that's turned upside down so the rain doesn't get into it, and there's this little kind of water stream, and then when that ocean goes back you can see all the sandbanks, but you have to cross a lot of pebbles to get over to it. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to create a sandy kind of atmosphere, and there were always trees rolling onto the beach. So yeah, but I actually don't mind this orange. It's got more pink hues and reds, and it's a bit softer. So this is it's a really strange paper. I bought this book off Amazon. It's leather bound. It's really cool. So great for ink paintings and drawings. So this is when I was referring to David Hockney's dogs, and I thought, well, I'll do my own version of it because I used to have 2 dogs, as mentioned before. He has sadly passed away, but this is when he was a puppy, and he had these ginormous ears and very intense look about him. And then he would be kind of a no-shot goofy when he was sleeping. I got the perspective wrong on this one. This needs to be narrow. I'm trying to get his big nose there. It just looks a bit traumatised. And this one, when he was very happy after a bit of play, and a bit more of a close-up of when he was after a play, because he would love to stick his tongue out. And this is our young dog when she used to have one ear off and one ear down. And then the 2 squished on their dog bed. I play with gouache on this one with ink. And then again with the puppy, she finally got her ears to stand up. And then this is gouache with the white and ink. Really love how this has come out. Proportions are a bit off, but I didn't care because it just, I don't know, it's just got some character to it. Then playing with acrylics, and I've been sleeping, and then just with the ink and the gouache, and then playing with the eye here. So yeah, and then playing with just acrylics on here, just to try and get a feel for how this paper works, because it's very grainy and scratchy, but it's super thick, but it doesn't hold water very well and thick paint very well. So, but great for inks and sketching and crayons. it is pretty cold out today. I think we're going to get snow tomorrow, maybe Saturday, I don't know. Anyway, who knows, the forecast keeps changing all the time. So I don't think I'm going to wrap this video up because I've talked about how great this month has been in terms for artwork, productivity, setting my goals, getting through the January blues and doing a little bit of a studio tour. And in this vlog I have gone through some of my sketchbooks and my recent work, which I am going to do a dedicated vlog just all about that. I think that would make more sense, so it's not all a bit scatterbrained and all over the place, because I'm pretty good at going off on tangents and then coming back in and out and in and out. So I think that'll have a bit more focus. I've got some planned videos and now I'm starting to not necessarily write scripts but at least get some notes down. I've got some things that I think you'd be interested in, and then I would like to actually get some demos down and show you when I'm painting and how I'm painting, and maybe do some paint alongs so that you can join in. That I have to get my camera set up because I need to have something that's looking down on my work, and I'm having a bit of I'm struggling with where to set that up and how I'm going to set that up, just because of how my studio is set up. I will do a later vlog on the studio where I've relocated it. It's more appropriate, and it's got my artwork up instead of somebody else's artwork up. So yeah, and I got better lighting there. So yeah, it's starting to come together. I think I may change my output of my videos and change it to a Friday. Right now it's coming out on Wednesdays and I'm not having much of a success rate, so it's just trial and error, because I know different audiences like to watch at different times. So I don't know what my audience is right now, because I'm not getting very many views and I've only just started, and 3-4 videos vlogs in, it doesn't really give you a benchmark for where you're positioned. But that's fine, because I just want to get some vlogs out, get used to being in front of the camera. I'm not one of those people that enjoys being in front of it. I'd rather be behind a camera. So that's kind of the way I've always been. So yeah, so you getting used to being in front of the camera and just talking to myself or to a lens, and trying to put my own personality into it, because yeah, it's kind of a bit stilted sometimes when you have to talk to a screen that's where we are social beings, and it's nice to talk to other people and have a lot of other social activity and interaction face to face rather than through a lens. So I've got to get used to that, and I think I will go and talk about the goals again in a bit more detail at a later stage. So I may do a 6-month one and reflect on what I said in January and see where I am at for June, July maybe, probably somewhere between there. And then talk about my successes and if I've achieved any of those goals. Post this one out on Wednesday, and then the following vlogs I think I'm going to change to Friday, on a Friday evening, probably about 1 p.m. Pacific time, Pacific time, since I'm in Canada on the west coast. That makes more sense. So I think 1 p.m. then that may be able to cross over many audiences on a different time zone. I will just double check that. I know where the UK it's probably about 9 p.m. there, and in the States their time zones are all a bit different. Same as Canada actually. Some provinces are 3 hours ahead, some of them are 1 hour ahead compared to where I'm at. So yeah, let's play around with that and see how that goes. I think that would make more sense. I think midweek is a bit of a goal for everybody. It's hump day, right? And who knows, everybody's still thinking about work and what they've got to do by the end of the week. So I think by Friday everybody's a bit more chilled and relaxed, and they are more inclined to watch vlogs. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, and I hope you subscribe. I have to do some call to actions, right? Subscribe, do the notification bell, and once I get all those, you know, things that people put up, and make it pretty, I'll get those on the screen as well at some point. But right now I'm just learning, I'm processing, I'm just getting the vlogs out there. So yeah, that's it. Like, subscribe, and ding the bell, notification bell, and put a comment in there. Give me some ideas of what you're interested in. I know there's a lot of art vlogs and information out there, and everybody's got their own different styles and techniques and unique ways of producing work, and it's everybody, by the way. It's easy to copy people, but you've all got your own way of doing your own handwriting and putting your own mark on a piece of paper, and that's the same thing. So yeah, put in the comments any information that you're looking for. I'm going to do one about books, different artists, so a bit of art history. I'm going to do one on I don't know if I want to share that one yet. I think that's going to be my next vlog. I'll share that one later. I'll share that one later. And then there's going to be some painting videos and some I've got quite a lot of work on paper that I've done, so I'm going to show you some of that. That's particularly the stuff that I did in 2023. I was painting daily, it was insane, but it was an outlet for me. That kind of ties into the one I don't want to talk about, so I'm just going to leave it at there. Okay, that's it. Just like, subscribe, do all those dingy things and you have to do, and comment, and hopefully we can start a conversation. A positive one, by the way. We only want positive conversations. I don't want negativity. This is not what this channel's about. Okay, bye.